Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Sahar. I am a 2L at the University of Illinois Urbana, Champaign, and I would love to have you as a subscriber. I will also link my social media down below if you would like to follow me elsewhere. Today's video is going to be all about my 2L strategies, basically my game plan and how I'm going to be approaching studying and keeping up with all my readings and stuff for this upcoming school year. I am so excited to do this because I'm going to be kind of reflecting on how I studied and how I kind of planned in my 1L year and what I'm going to, do the same and what I hope to change. And I think this will be really interesting because we can talk about what worked, what didn't work, and yeah, I hope you guys are excited. But with that, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So one of the first things that did not work for me 1L, and I'm going to try to change, I kind of changed it second semester, but still I started outlining so early. I think I was just so excited and so motivated that I started outlining a month in, and that just was not necessary. I definitely think outlining early and getting a head start and stuff is important, but only a month in, I didn't even have anything to say in my outlines. It was just the bare bones and it just didn't help. And by the time it got to actually studying for finals, it had been so long since I wrote the first part of those outlines that I didn't even remember, and it was just pointless. So I'm not going to be doing that. I think 6 weeks into the semester is going to be a sweet spot when I can start building my outline. But I think a lot of my outlines can be done mid to late October. That's kind of my goal. I feel like I need the first week of August and the whole month of September and a little bit of October to really sink my teeth into my my classes and figure out what's going on, especially because my 2L classes I feel are going to be very different than how I prepared for my 1L classes, and it'll just take me a while to figure out how to outline for certain things. For trial advocacy, it's going to be weird to outline a month in when I don't even know what that class is going to entail. So yeah, evidence I feel is going to be pretty similar to how I outlined for Civ Pro with all the rules and stuff. And then BA, we don't have any readings in that class. We watch videos and then we attend lecture, and so I don't really know how that's gonna work for outlining. So I'm just gonna let myself figure stuff out before I jump right in and start outlining, because I feel that's just not really helpful. So that's the first thing that I'm planning on changing. But one thing that I did in my 1L year that I swear by, I talk about it in all my videos where I'm giving advice, I talk about this strategy, and that is to retype your outlines. So I'm definitely going to be doing that. For fall semester, I'm going to do what I did in my first semester of law school, where I spent my entire Thanksgiving break retyping my outlines and doing hypos. And so I would like to have my outlines done up to date before Thanksgiving break. So I feel it'll give me a month between when I start outlining and Thanksgiving break to really finish my outlines or have them up to date. I think that's enough, to be honest. So I'm definitely going to be retyping my outlines. I feel that really helps refresh my memory, first of all, for the beginning classes, and then also it's just really, really beneficial to help me memorize my outlines, because even if I can bring them in the exam, you don't have the time to check them. So it would be nice if I could kind of get those memorized without really having to try to memorize them. And then I also feel by the time it's Thanksgiving break, I have a better grasp of the class and the overall kind of big picture stuff, and I can organize and structure my outline better. So that's also why I like to retype them, because it gives me a little bit more organization and control over what my outline looks like and how to make it the most functional and practical. So that's another thing that I will be continuing on. As for readings, I did my readings so many days in advance my 1L year, and that's just, it's not necessary, especially for someone like me who has really bad memory. I cannot be doing my readings a week in advance. It's just not going to happen. So I think honestly the day before seems a pretty solid plan. I am not doing my readings 3 or 4 days before the class. It's just not helpful to me. I feel it's not very productive or an efficient use of my time to do them early, because yeah, I get to check them off my to-do list, but then when it comes time to the day of, I have to basically read my entire brief and almost like skim the case again because I don't remember a lot of the details, and I want to have that fresh in my mind if I get cold called. So I don't really want to be doing that like so many days in advance thing anymore. So I'm just going to be either doing the readings the day before or the day of, because a lot of my classes aren't until later in the day. But yeah, that's really only going to be applicable for 2 out of my 3 classes because, like I said, BA is videos, and I think those videos I'm literally going to watch right before class because that's the first class I have on Wednesdays, and it's not until 4:30 p.m. and then Thursdays as well. Thursdays are my busy days, but I have a good chunk of time before that class to watch the video, so I think that's going to be my little like reading / pre-class prep plan. As far as studying for finals go, I am 100% going to be doing exactly what I did second semester, which is studying with my friend and just going to Champaign Public Library every single day and grinding. Like that, I feel like really helps. Like I definitely did better second semester than I did first, and a lot of it was having a study partner and then also being in a space that was outside of my apartment and outside of the law building really helped. So I love the Champaign Public Library. It's so beautiful, and yeah, it was also just really fun to like study with someone. You're like kind of bonding and struggling together, and that was really fun as well. So I'm definitely going to be keeping up like the same amount of studying I did second semester, and also like kind of the same study pattern / like structure. So that I really found helpful. As far as like managing my time, one of the 2L strategies that I'm going to be utilizing is to really take advantage of my days off, because I basically only have a 3-day week this upcoming semester. Like I only have classes Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Friday I only have 1 class. So Saturday through Tuesday, like I have nothing going on, and I am in a lot of extracurriculars, and I'm going to be super busy with law review and TAing, but I feel like that will be the time when I like update my outlines and when I get all of like the little random adulting things done, because on the days that I have class, like it's so draining that I feel like I can't really do anything else other than just like go to class and maybe do like 1 reading. So I'm really going to try to take advantage of my days off and really plan those out. But at the same time, I loved what I did 1L year where I took a day completely off of law school, and I think I'm going to do that again. I think Fridays after my evidence class I will take completely off because I really need that reset and that recharge time in my life. If I'm constantly doing law school stuff, like I will burn out. So having like a Friday just to myself where I can go grocery shopping, run any errands, just kind of do my laundry, like do self-care things, like do face mask, hang out with friends, like whatever it is, like go out that night. Like I want to be able to do that and not feel guilty. So I'm going to structure my weeks to where I can afford to take Fridays off, and I think it should be fine. Like I'm really not too worried about my semester, even though it's going to be crazy busy, but I feel like it'll be fine. One thing I do want to implement is a solid like morning and night routine. I feel like I showed my morning and night routines on my channel, and they were accurate to an extent, but I feel like I half the time didn't even follow what I wanted to do. Like I didn't take care of my skin very well my 1L year. Like my skin definitely suffered, and it's still suffering, which sucks. Like you can mess up a little bit and then it'll have like such a long-term effect, and I hate that, but it is what it is. Okay, my camera battery's dying, so I'm gonna switch that out, and then we'll pick this up where we left off. Okay, sorry if the angle or lighting changed or whatever, but I switched the camera battery, so we should be good. I honestly don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about my skin, how like it just didn't do well. Like I didn't do my skincare very well, and I don't know, I just want to add a little bit more structure to my morning and night routines. I want to wake up at the same time, like consistently throughout the week, even though I don't have class Mondays or Tuesdays. I think I will just wake up early and hit like the gym or something like that and just like be productive with my mornings. Like I do not want to be sleeping in till like 10 on Mondays and Tuesdays just because I don't have class. Like I feel like that's such a waste of my time. Especially because like I can't stay up late. So like I will be in bed at like 10:30. So that's 12 hours of sleep. Like, if I want to sleep, like, I can sleep. So even though I'm a grandma, I go to bed early and then I can sleep like the entire day. So I just don't want to do that. I feel like it's a really like unproductive use of my time. Like, sleep is important, but as long as I get like 7 or 8 hours, like, I'm good to go. So I want to consistently wake up around like 6:30 every single day. I think my earliest class is 10:30, which is evidence. So if I wake up at like 6:30, that gives me 4 hours to really be productive with my mornings, whether that's for YouTube or that's doing something for Women's Law Society or law review. Like, there's so many things that I could be doing. Honestly, if I wake up early and I just like read my book on the couch for 2 hours because I don't have anything to do, I'd rather do that than like sleep in. I don't know why. Like, it just sets my day up for success when I wake up early. Like, if I sleep in, I feel like crap all day. No matter how much sleep I got, no matter how productive I try to be, my day is just ruined if I slept in. So I just need to make it a habit to like wake up early. But obviously, like, even being a morning person, like, I don't like waking up, you know? Like, I want to sleep. I want to be in my bed and comfortable. So I just have to like really make it like a self-discipline thing to wake up early, and hopefully I can do it. And then at night, one of the biggest things that I really want to implement into my night routine is reading. I feel like I really did not give that hobby a lot of love my 1L year, which is fine. Like, I was so busy and school is like always my number one priority, but like, obviously you guys can see from my background and literally my other channel, like, I love to read. It is my biggest hobby and what I, you know, typically spend most of my time doing. So I'd really like that to not like get thrown in the back and like just not be able to do it. So I think like implementing like an hour and a half of reading every night before I go to sleep is gotta be solid. Like, I can still like read throughout the day and like whenever I have a chance, but like having a structured like not 8 p.m. I'm done with school, I'm done with everything, and I'm getting ready for bed so I can like shower and like eat and like do whatever and like wind down, and then like the last like hour and a half before I go to sleep, if I'm just like reading in my bed. First of all, that's also great for my eyes because I'm not going to be like staring at a screen before I go to sleep. And also, like, it just, I don't know, it puts me in such a good mood. I love it so much, and I just feel like I didn't know how to balance that with everything else I wanted to do my 1L year. So yeah. And then as far as like social stuff goes, I feel like this is kind of not really, like, this is obviously not a study strategy, but it is like a 2L strategy. I really would prefer to not hang out with people during the week. Like, I think the weekends will be my time to like hang out with my friends and go out and do all of that. And for the most part in 1L, that is what I did. But I feel like there were some times when like somebody wanted to grab lunch and I was like, okay, let's do it during the week. And I feel like it just really threw off my schedule. Like, it sounds like I just don't want to hang out with people, but like when I throw in like a social activity, like I mean, I love my friends and I really, really enjoy hanging out with people and I want to like be social, but I am an introvert at heart. So when I would throw in a social activity in the middle of the day and spend a couple hours like just being social and active, I feel like I would be so drained by the time I got home and I would need to recharge, and I just can't do that by doing schoolwork. Like, I will not recharge if I'm reading an evidence textbook, you know? So I would really, really like to like avoid doing that, or if I do hang out with people during the week, it's like at night. But at the same time, I don't want it to be at night because I want a solid night routine. So like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm gonna try to schedule all my like social things during the weekend and let my weekends be like kind of structure free. But during the weeks, I would really like to practice some self-discipline and like, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like my main goal, like, this is so like random. I feel like this video is all over the place. I didn't plan any of this. Like, I'm like literally just spewing information at you. So I hope this is fun to watch. But my main goal for 2L is to like maintain and even improve my grades, because I feel like a lot of times like when people get a job, like grades don't really matter as much anymore. Like, you know, you can kind of coast your way throughout law school, and like if I wanted to do that, like that's definitely an option and that's great. But I am just not the kind of person who wants to do that. Like, I want to constantly be improving, and I don't know, I like want to do well. I want to succeed in law school. Like, I don't know. That's just like what like drives me a little bit. So I just want to implement structure and routine and goals into my everyday life during 2L to ensure that I don't get like lazy or feel like I'm so overwhelmed that I'm like, screw it, I don't even need to do this anyways, you know? Like, I don't want to get in that like mindset, because if I do, I will just like follow through with it. So I want to implement some like safeguards in my routine to where when I have those thoughts, I'm like, okay, but like, everything's so easy because I have this routine, I have these habits that I've built, so I don't really have to try super hard to continue doing them because I've been doing them for like weeks, you know? Hopefully that makes sense. I don't really know. I feel like I'm rambling a lot at this point, so I think that's gonna be all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't really know. I'm scared to like watch back the footage because I seriously don't know what I just said for like 20 minutes straight, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you're having a wonderful morning or night wherever you are, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!